You've come.
Hello, Barden. Oh, you're here. Glad you're well. I'll be frank with you. There's been an incident. Thankfully, nobody died, but they surely could have. And I know the crafty fellow who did it. He wouldn't confess, even if we backed him into a corner. So I'm thinking of striking a deal with him. But you know, the thing is, I'm not very skilled at negotiating. Just be yourself. I convinced Barden with my eloquence. Hey, let's go. Be myself, you say? And what, just face the problem head on? Like there's nothing to be afraid of? Just be honest to a fault? Certainly seems a far better thing than working out some plan. I can only be myself after all. Gotta play the hand I was dealt.
Thank you.
Many thanks to you, Methodkirito. Won't you come with me? Yeah, why not?
Thank you, truly.
I thank you for being here. I made my mind now. Come on.
Listen to me.
Listen all ye. Someone has set fire to the administration building. We managed to put it out before anyone got hurt, but this is treason.
You hear me?
The traitors should come forward immediately. Who done it? Did you want to become a governor so badly that you would go this far, Sir Gastrix?
What?
Surely you don't mean to say that I'm the one behind this.
I know who it was.
Oh, I'm done listening to ye and all your denials. Take him away. Sirs, isn't it obvious the fire is Barden's own plot?
Just so.
Yes, Barden. Your own position is safe if you have a scapegoat. How uncharacteristically intelligent of you.
What did you say?
What are ye saying now?
Listen to me.
My fellow townspeople, will you go on never questioning this man? Look what's happened to your own town under his rule.
Seriously.
Guards are treating you like prisoners, spying on you, reporting on you. Is this place your town or theirs?
Let's do this.
Furthermore, this man in any way fit to govern? I propose we hold a vote and decide once and for all.
Huh?
Vote? Is that where we decide who's governor?
No, I see.
Such a thing can't be possibly done with integrity. I won't allow it. Oh yes, you will. The people should decide, just like with the king. Haha, well that fellow is certainly all for it, even though I assume you hate the idea. For myself, I think a vote will speak volumes. It will reveal to all here that you are the dangerous one, not I. Shut up, you conniving cur. Stay calm.
What?
I hear ye.
I haven't a choice.
Fine, however, anyone who cheats will have the hell slapped into them.
Am I understood?
You understand that? I'm keeping a watchful eye. Don't forget it. Yeah, to be honest, why is he worried about it? Do it.
You're a great help indeed.
I thank ye. Nearly forgot myself back there. I must say, everyone seems so frightened of me, even the wee ones. They're even more scared when they thought I was a phantasm. God, the way they look at me.
Got to say,
Hey, Methodkirito, tell me true. Have I erred when it comes to my methods? I'm leaning towards yes. Maybe a little. You very well may have.
But then,
Or what should I have done instead? I mean, I thought they'd understand my reasons soon enough. I wasn't monitoring them out of contempt. I tell you something. I've no choice but to just hope they'll come round. My duty is to protect the Weans from rampant villainy. Let's think of another strategy. Your sincerity is always touching. Thank ye much for being so thoughtful despite having your own business to contend with. Hope I can always count on you for the best advice.
Still though.
The vote will be held soon by the looks of things. I can't lose. I must protect the town. I say this as your comrade as well. I can feel Barden's firm resolve and deep faith in me. Bless him.
I wish I had better tidings for you.
Ooh, improves the chances of escaping from squad battle and 3 slots for the commander lineage. Hey, escape artist. I hope we get to throw a smoke bomb and go like disappear. Worry not. I became a governor by forever striving to fulfill everyone's expectations, and that's how it should be. Oh, he's so worried. I parted with Barden, who had a grim look on his face. Why would anyone do this to Barden, honestly? It's not cool. Why? Back to Virga Island Tavern. Who wants to hang out? I hear a voice. I've made my decision. This is my only choice. Alonso comes to mind. Okay, so it's only Juno who wants to hang out. And I actually might need to go do Alonso, because Alonso would be very useful. Alonso's like, let me... Oh, but so Brig wants to hang out too. I'm not gonna lie. You know how I am. If I have to choose between Alonso or Brig, you know why I'm choosing, don't you? With Brig, it was like, I can't explain it. I really like her. I think she's very powerful. Like, she's not even like a main character, but I feel like she radiates like strong energy. Like, she's a strong-willed woman based on her story, because she had to climb upwards to survive. So you have to respect her. And Brig, yeah. Even though we like Alonso and he would probably unlock the next part of the Faker skill, it's got to be Brig, because we can unlock the next part of the merchant skill eventually.
All right then.
But first, I need to go here because I need to go to the arena. Also, I forgot about giving Gold Beetle Man some beetles, so we're gonna give Gold Beetle Man beetles, because why not? He's like, oh ho ho, what have you got for me? Have you found any gold beetles? Yeah, we found more of the bugs. Here you go. Oh, let's see how many. Oh, an excellent gold beetle delivery. This will be a great boon for my research. Here's what I promised you. Venom Ward Charm. Tremendously useful item that protects you from dragon's poison. Well, not that I've ever tried it myself. Still, if you have items that protect you from dragons, you're no regular bug researcher, are you? Oh, sure. You see, the beetles here have a slightly different shine depending on the magma where it lives. Right now, all I'm doing is attempting to solve that mystery. There are still gold beetles hiding out there. If you find any more, please bring them to me. If you find another 13, making 25 in total, I'll give you these claw breakers. Well, I feel like I got like 20 amount. I swear I got that many. Let me see. Let me have a check. Have you found any more gold beetles? Yes, we found some. Please tell me I got enough for the claws. Oh, let me see how many. Oh, I have to collect 7 more. No, he scammed me. But let's look at this new item, because this could be handy. Okay, Venom, Venom, Venom. Oh my days, this is sick. I'm putting it on the main character. Prevents physical status ailments. No poison, no malady, paralysis, hexburn, and frostbite. Yes, it's basically the ribbon. We got the Final Fantasy ribbon finally. You know that song, River of the Night? I don't know if you know. No, Rhythm of the Night. It's the ribbon of the night.
Amazing.
Okay, we got to tell him about the tower. You know the Forsaken Tower?
Aha.
The Forsaken Tower? You mean that legendary tower north of the city? Have you truly been there? I never met someone who'd ventured inside before. And you tell me of the monsters and battles you encountered within its walls, will you? Nothing for it, I suppose. I'll pay your price, storyteller. Shall we decide on something of comparable value to the tale? The deed, please. The paraphrase we found in the Night Prowler asked us to get back his deed. It was collateral for his loan, he said. That reprobate has you running errands for him? Well, no matter, I suppose. Take it. Huh? Just like that? Well, it's hardly worth much in the first place. The only reason I've not returned it yet is because he broke his promise to me. How's that? I promised to lend him money as long as he entertained me, but as of late he's become a thoroughly boring man. But enough of that. Come now, tell me a story to excite my very soul. No frills, no deed. I decided to tell him about my adventures in the Forsaken Tower. I say, I certainly heard the name August, but a monster that walks like a man? Truly fascinating. Yes, a thrilling tale. Well told, I applaud you, young sir. Thus have you saved me from boredom. As promised, here's your deed. Do take it. Yay, we got the deed.
A fine thing indeed.
Send in an elder candidate to negotiate for him. The very idea. I suppose he's still capable of piquing my interest after all. Sounds like you've known him for a while. I simply loaned him the money he needed to establish his business. He'd built his way up from having absolutely nothing, so I had high expectations, but he sold the tavern just as the money started rolling in. Didn't hesitate for a second. Told me there was no sport in it if he won without trying. Wait, he sold it? So he's not even in charge of the Night Prowler anymore? He made it sound like he was still running the place. I feel like he fast talked us into this. Regardless, this was surprisingly fun, young candidate. You're an interesting fellow, the kind I wouldn't mind throwing my support behind. Well, we ended up with another supporter. Let's go.
Alright then. Let's head
And now this dude has some questions. Please tell me it's not a dirty deed, done dirt cheap. Oh, I'm sure it's a fine deed. It's not the deed on Zelda Majora's Mask where you can hand it to the guy to wipe his bottom with. Oh yes, that's my deed. Without a doubt. May I have it? I'm not handing it over. So you have your own excuse for it, do you? But you do want this enticing reward I prepared, do you not? Then it'd be in your best interest to hand the deed over. Oh, so... I thought it would continue the dialogue, but here you go. Ah, my most treasured friend, thank you so much. With this as collateral, I'll be able to stand a brand new business venture. Hey, by the way, I heard you have nothing to do with the Night Prowler anymore. You were talking about it like you ran the place. I did tell you I was the place's founder, yes? Not his proprietor. I certainly didn't mean to misrepresent myself. The curse of a naturally silver tongue, I suppose. And now the reward, I promise you. I've been hearing nothing but good things about you lately. I'd say your efforts are worth a little extra reward. Just use it well, Okay, what's the reward, please? We got the deed and we got the chef's talk.
Thank you.
Oh, come on.
He thinks we're friends. No, we are not friends. Give us your money. Wow, he didn't want to live a life of boredom. He wanted to be free. Oh, that's awesome. He just wanted to just do some stuff. Oh, he's calling us friends. You know what? You could be my friend, even though I don't even know your name. No. No, this guy and that noble aren't different. Gallica is right. Yeah, they both like us. Can we go wrong with that? I feel like we've been scammed a bit. But now, let's see. Queen of Cuisine. Still haven't done her. She'll get done. Relic search. Bit of memories. Ooh. Yeah, I should probably look into the next relic when I get the chance. But, you know where we're going now? The one and only. She's waiting. She's been waiting for a time.
Really?
We've left her waiting. She's been dealing with a lot of sad stuff because her doggo went missing. It's time to see the one and only Brig.
It's your call. Let's move.
I did this the long way. I could have just used the followers and travelled. Oh well. Go find her dog. Hey, I will find that dog and I will eliminate the threat behind the kidnap. Did they just call me an idiot peasant? Oh, bruh, don't make me turn back and cut you. No, I won't do that. That's evil. Okay, hey, Brig. Oh, so it's you. You seem unscathed. I'm sorry about last time. You weren't supposed to see me like that. Thanks to you, I finally made up my mind. There's something I think you deserve to know. Telling you would mean drawing you into an all-out war. A campaign against sanctism itself. I'm with you no matter what. With overflowing courage, I showed Brig I could match her resolve. I find myself at a crossroads, yet look at you. My feelings got through. You helped me see what needs to be done. Will you accompany me? Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you, follow me then. Let's go, Brig. Tell them we will march upon them.
Here.
We use this facility for our own research. Specifically, we are trying to develop non-violent uses for igniters, make them something more than weapons. That should be decent enough revenge against the church. If I can only expand my current trade, it would only make their pockets fatter, so I thought I'd find a different approach. What are you doing?
What?
I'm doing what the church hates the most. They knew that magic igniters would widen the gap. The strong would become stronger, and the weak weaker. That's why I made igniters my occupation. I hated weakness. Most of all, I hated who I used to be. For my weakness, ignorance, and utter powerlessness. Behind it, I did wish for a different future. A world without poverty, despair, or violence. Civilization does not flow backwards. People are not so clever that they would abandon their convenience. It's impossible to be without igniters. But if we're stuck with them, we can still make them safer and more practical. We've actually been working on a prototype for a while now.
Say,
Remember the early days? I asked you to slay the Guptaurus? The route it had been stalking was our transport corridor for these prototypes. I'm glad I took this job.
Well,
my thanks.
We'd never been able to make such strides with development if you hadn't been helping. Honestly though, even I'm surprised it's come this far. Goes against the church's cultural and mercantile monopoly, of course. They'll send their shadows after me, and they'll leave me a few new scars if I survive at all. Only one way I can think to stop that. You'll have to take the throne, support our peacetime igniters over the lethal ones. Help them spread across the land. I've been thinking about your dream, this kind of world in your novel. I hear about people who live with mutual goodwill, respect and equality, and I can't help but wish I lived in that world. I wanted to take that first step. I want to hope, no matter what it costs me. My position, my fortune, or my life. I won't let you die.
leave it to me.
Ah, that's quite a promise to make. You have a point though. I'll postpone my death as long as I can. No one wants to see that new world of hope more than I do, after all.
I believe in you.
Take the throne, Methodkirito, for me and for a new world. I sense Brig's hope to change the world and her deep trust in me. Oh, Brig, you're adorable!
You give me hope.
New ability. Variety of items sold at the Magic Association by adding rare items. Occasionally, as one day ends, another begins, Brig will send a crate with funds. Whoa, is she gonna send me money? No way!
And then,
This facility has another purpose, you know. Igniters being one-sidedly destructive as they are, plenty of people have lost their homes to the violence, same as the village the church raised. So I hired them here and support them in the ways I can. It's the least I could do to atone. Aww, that's so sweet. See, Brig's a good person. Popularity rank 10 now. Let's go.
Time marches
We're in the
on,
top 10.
and the age of a new king draws nearer.
But we still didn't find Doggo, so that can only mean one thing. There's a letter on a war chest from Brig.
try not to die.
It's no great sum, but I hope it helps. Do try not to die. Oh, she gave me 15k. Oh, Brig, you are amazing. You are the greatest.
Well then.
Ooh, who wants to hang out now? I hear a
See you again
voice.
soon.
I'd like to go again with him if I could. Ufa! Ufa wants to hang out. Yay! Okay, let's see. Everyone who wants to hang out. Just Ufa. I don't know what's going on with Moore. Moore's like, oh, you need to hurry up and come to me. I'm like, I'm sorry, Moore. It's been a tough time.
It's alright.
Don't worry, the tides will change. We'll arrive in Outerbury all the same. Hey, I wonder if you'll be willing to go to Browhaven with me, if you've the time to spare. Remember how the other day we met that one Sanctor? Hyperic, I think his name was? I'd like to talk to him.
I'm quite grateful.
Thank you, I really appreciate it. I am worried because I feel like that Hyperic is a bit dodge. We came to the front of a tavern, having heard that Hyperic was lingering there.
Well, now,
Sanctor Hyperic, what are you doing at a tavern? I've come to pick up Ovi. She helps out here from time to time.
You know,
They told me lots of nice things today for the first time ever. They said I dance really good in front of the customers. You know how to dance, Ovi? I do. Too. My mother taught me a ceremonial dance. Oh, can you teach it to me someday? Of course. Teach me too.
Well then.
I can't dance, but teach me.
yes, of course.
Alright, the first thing is to clear your mind and steady your spirit. Mr. Hyperic, I want to practice a bunch and then show Mama. And you may, so long as your prayers are never neglected.
And so now,
Now then, this visit indicates you would like to learn more of Sanctism, yes? How much do you know about our noble faith, might I ask? Just the basics. A bit here and there. Then let us begin with the core of our beliefs. In Sanctism, we receive divine teachings from God. We follow the will of the Almighty God and offer Him our prayers with a selfless heart that is... Oh, you're going to make me tired, Hyperic. A selfless heart? The idea sounds quite different from the Dragon God faith. We aspire to take the hands of our gods in our own, to confront difficulties and yet fight beside them with our own strength. Such are our teachings. I see. While that is an intriguing belief, what are those who haven't the strength to fight? The children, the elderly, or infirm? The anxiety which plagues this world is through no fault of our own, and so we pray to escape these hardships and injustices. Oh, it's time to go visit Mama. Mr. Hyperic, Uther, can we do this talk at the church? Let's go. Oh, so we're going to see our Mama.
Well,
Pardon me, Sancta Hyperic, but what kind of illness is Ophi's mother afflicted with? Your concern touches my heart. You are a kind person, Miss Uther. Oh, it's just, I lost both my parents when I was around Ovi's age. Uther, are you and Methodkirito going to, convert?
indeed.
What? I think you mean convert. If you ever wish to do so, we would gladly accept you into our faith. Unless you find our prayers meaningless. No, that's not what I... We'll decide for ourselves. I see. That is unfortunate to hear. Then I hope this won't be the end of our discussions. We all live with anxiety in our hearts, and it is through Sanctism that we can find salvation. I simply want you to keep that in mind. Ah! What was that? Nothing more than a breeze. Now then, I hate to cut this short, but I am needed elsewhere. Alright, thank you very much for your time.
See you later.
Aw, Ovi, you are adorable. Uther, teach me how to dance next time, okay? Aww.
No.
That was unexpected. Converting was never so much as I thought I'd had. Your beliefs are your own.
Sure.
Everyone should believe in what they wish to believe. True that.
Indeed.
Unless it's something crazy, obviously. You're right about that. In fact, since I'm no longer a sacrificial priestess, the choice is mine for the first time. I don't think Hyperic was wrong when he said we all have spiritual anxiety. We yearn for something we can depend on, and for some, that's Sanctism. I feel like I better understand Sanctism now that I've experienced it myself, and I couldn't have done that without you. You gave me the courage to expose myself to new, unfamiliar things. So now I want to see and learn more about the world, but I also want to be by your side, Methodkirito. Didn't we get married yesterday? So I can't really leave you, can I? Unfortunately.
I see it is my turn to test
While in
them.
reserve, the amount of experience Uther gains increases. Nice. And 2 slots for the summoner. I'm not sure that's the wind. And there's that smell again. Sorry, my head is suddenly hurting. Let's come back here to investigate later. There's something about this place which makes me feel so ill at ease. Yeah, it's the smell. It's probably a smell designed to hurt certain races. I'm calling it. Back to the Virga Island Tavern. I hear a voice. I wonder if he'd join me for a little break. Juna comes to mind. I want to hang out with Heisme, to be honest. Okay, why can't I hang with Heisme? Please talk to me. There is so much I wish to discuss. Oh, Heisme doesn't want to talk to me right now, it said. And I accidentally clicked go to him. Heisme's like, yo, what's up? Yo, bro. Okay. Juna. I could, but I want to talk to Alonso. Let's go check out Alonso. Hee. I've made my decision. This is my only choice. Let's go see Alonso. Alonso's about to say, I'm gonna make the world pay. Are you not in the midst of a tournament right now? Well, nothing about you surprises me anymore. No matter how bizarre. I've been waiting for you. listen carefully. I'm putting a major new plan into motion. What kind of plan? Great, come with me. No, Alonso. Stop doing dodgy ideas. You got your mum killed.
Understand?
I've discovered something interesting. The landowner controls all the trade in the settlements around my village, so his valet often comes through the town.
Apparently-
However, I heard the landowner himself will be present for the next inspection, and that's when I plan to nab him. Are you going to kill him?
What?
Oh, nothing of the sort. I just want to have a little chat.
Well,
But it would be near impossible to catch him if they come via a busy open street. I'll force them down the forest path, where there'll be no witnesses. I've spread rumours about humans appearing on the village roads for that express purpose. The men guarding him won't be an issue either. I'll lie in wait along the forest path and call out to him.
and then...
And I'd like for you to accompany me there as well. Of course.
Yeah.
Sounds like you'll need me. I didn't expect you to agree so quickly. Thank you. We will change things. This world of greedy pigs gorging themselves on riches will come to an end. How?
Seriously?
A long time ago, my mother brought her home a weak sapling she'd found. The tree was practically dying, but it still bore a small fruit, and with its seeds, my mother planted them and gave away the new saplings to our neighbours. Before long, there was an orchid in one corner of our village. The mere sight of it was breathtaking. My mother refused any credit. She said the tree itself wanted to grow, wanted to bear fruit. That's when I realised perhaps we all have something we'd like to see come to fruition. Within all of us, there's a seed of virtue wanting to blossom.
It's fine.
That's what I'm betting on. So make sure you go out and change the world, Methodkirito. Leave it to
Leave
me.
it to me.
I'd expect no less from the future king I went all in on.
I implore you.
May this seed grow into a large tree under which many gather. Hey, we're cultivating the future, eh? I can sense Alonso's resolve behind his grin and his high expectations of me.
You're all I have left in this
New
world.
ability, 3 slots for the faker. Yeah.
Understand?
I can use my network to arrange which afternoon the inspection occurs. Let me know soon. I'll be waiting. See, I like Alonso,
Time marches on.
but I also
and the
worry
age of the
about
new
him,
king draws nearer.
because his craftiness gets him into trouble. That is what I learnt so far. And I think this is the final day before we have to set off.
About the currents.
Nura's lance will be ready tomorrow, and it seems like the tide has calmed down a bit too. We should be able to set off for Outerbury soon. Considering Fidelio's still on the mend, how about we spend the rest of the day helping people out? Ah, an excellent suggestion. We should repay those who have done so much for us. It wouldn't hurt to have the support in the future after all.
I too will.
I shall accompany you. In this, I'm quite sure that I would be most useful. That is a good point indeed. So this is our last day on the island.
So,
We need to spend tonight formulating our plans for tomorrow. So if there's something else you want to do, get it done during the day. Got it? Okay. What can we do during the day? Okay, we can hang with Bard and find out what's going on with him. What's Hulkenberg doing? Oh yeah, I need the wisdom. Darn it. I just realised, I don't have the wisdom, and I still teleported. But I think I'm going to read a book in Nuris's journal, see if there's a clue to another relic, as one of the first things to do, because we only got 1 day left, and we might have to hang with Barden. Oh no, I did all these. I did the Oceania, Matera, and the Virga Island one. Yeah, so there's no new ones at the moment. Oh, my rank is 10, popularity. Through the power of archetypes, I can hear the voices of the past heroes' souls. Thou art now one who strives for a great change, to become true king of this land. Thou must light the path with the power of the souls of heroes, and change thy very destiny. You know, even though we beat a dragon, it's kind of frustrating the news of such a crazy feat probably won't even make it off the island. That's alright. We don't need to flex, we killed a dragon. Okay, now let's go back to Barden and see what's happening with him. Would like to hang around with you, Katarina, but I ain't seen you in ages. Let's go see what's up with Barden.
You've come. I'm sorry. Aye.
Okay. And now, behold the results. I admit, it was closer than I expected. But regardless, henceforth I shall rule instead of you, Barden.
What?
Impossible. There can't be that many people who support the likes of you.
You unscrupulous...
You bribed the rotters, or ye rigged the vote. You're too much a coward to act honest.
Well, you see...
There's no foul play to be had here, Barden. We had the whole thing under close watch, and there was nothing suspicious about it.
It's absurd.
There can't be. You're what you miss something, and for all we know, Gastruk's lackeys are afoot. His argument is sound, even if it's not in your favour. Barden, you doubt even me now? This is pitiful to watch, Barden. You need to accept the truth.
Seriously?
Ordinary men with delusions of heroism are not fit to rule. You're at fault for all that has happened. But you all supported me. That's why I became governor. That's why I poured my blood, sweat and tears into it.
But please...
And now you're all looking at me like I'm scum? I was protecting you. I was acting for the common good.
How can it be?
You asked me to protect you and I fall short on one wee thing? And then it's all whispers behind my back? Who among you cares about the town? Fine, have it your way. Will of the people, Gastrux can protect ye now. Hey, I respect that. You tell them. It's their problem now, not yours. Shouting insults and then running away? A shirker of responsibility to the very end. Oh, no matter. Good riddance. Now here's how I'll handle security. Lord Barden, there's a giant sandworm. Where's Sir Barden? I must report to him as soon as possible.
Please, let's not lose our heads.
Or about that, reports are to go to Lord Gastrux henceforth. But what's the matter? A giant sandworm nest has been spotted, and a worm is now approaching. Sir Barden said to report anything like this right away.
Oh no.
A giant sandworm? Sir Gastrux, what do we do?
What?
Calm down, we have defensive barriers, yes, the ones you built with your taxes. And besides, a giant sandworm wouldn't come here, would it? Well, we thought it wouldn't, but...
You mean to keep going?
Barden only had you looking for nests so he would have an excuse to collect taxes for defence. It was all part of his deceit.
Yeah.
You understand me? Nothing is happening. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Hey.
Is there a giant sandworm coming? Well, one way to find out is for me to check. Oh, it's you. What in the world should I do? Now that I've been ousted, and now that I've... Giant sandworm.
Whoa.
You say a giant sandworm's coming here? I bet it's a human too, isn't it? Those defensive barriers won't stand a chance against a human. But there's nothing I can do now. I'm not governor anymore. There is something you can do.
On the other hand...
Me? But I... No, you have the right of it. This is no time for self-pity. The human must be stopped. But first things first, I don't want to see the town fall into chaos. Have the guards declare it was a false alarm. While they do that, I'll exterminate the beastie myself. Whatever needs done, I'll do it. Alright, let's do it. But truth be told, against a human, I don't stand a chance. Here, I'll put aside my pride and ask you to help me, Methodkirito, please. Of course.
Yeah.
I'll help. Methodkirito, I'm forever in your debt.
I see.
My eye, think of that nonsense I was just saying, pretending I couldn't do anything. Why, you don't need to be governor to protect people. Exactly. I can feel Barden's unshakable resolve and his deep faith in me. Let's go fight a worm. Let's go.
I shall bar his meddling with Martyr.
Pass the turn icon cost to switching with a reserve member during squad battle. Oh, thank you. That is going to be clutch, because then it won't even count as a full turn. We should be able to get there quickly with your gauntlet runner. I'm going to investigate the location, so I hope you'll come back another day. Oh, so we get a boss fight. And our courage will go up if we do this. Much thanks to ye, Methodkirito. We'll send the monster back to the hell it came from. You know what? I like Barden. I like Barden. I don't like Lewis. It's almost time.
What's up, Del? Something on your mind?
That's nothing. Just thinking.
Oh no. You're not still feeling unwell, are you?
It's just the twinge now, that's all. I'm sharp as ever, me.
You sure? Because I remember, once the big fever passed, you went hot and cold again a couple more times. I've never seen you go down like that.
I said I'm fine, didn't I? God, but you don't worry too much. Come on, I'm starving.
Something's bothering me.
Really? He seemed pretty healthy to me.
Just a bad feeling, I suppose. It was a human that wounded him. Hard to say whether the Magla might have any nasty side effects. You know.
You mean he may need magic healing? I don't know if we're gonna find that here on the island.
Hey, is there any way we could get Rella to take a look at him? Magla-born symptoms can take a turn for the worse incredibly fast, no matter how healthy you are. I'd rather not let it fester.
Well, we do claim to help anyone in need, eh? But don't forget that we're fighting a battle. And if you cannot distinguish friend and foe on the battlefield, it will be your end.
I know you're right. But I get the feeling those two are telling themselves the same thing.
What if now? What if, instead of speeding to her doorstep, we ask her saintliness to come here? It'll just take a bit of conspiring to get our story straight. I mean, I'm not normally a chap to take sides in this sort of thing, but those two hardly strike me as the evil type.
Look, Captain, I wouldn't feel right ignoring this. Will you please go to the royal capital for me?
No problem. I'll go.
I knew you'd say that. Well, if Rella's coming here, I guess it won't be that much trouble.
Thanks. I remember I called you too soft once. I see now I was wrong.
If that's sorted, let's get it done sharpish before any complications crop up.
Thank you so much for your help leading the evacuation. They tell me not everyone got a chance to thank you. So on their behalf...
Don't worry about it. Didn't want the annihilation of a whole village on my conscience is all.
Wasn't expecting you to handle the evacuation side, Del. Thought for sure you'd be the first in the fray with the human.
They healed me up. Gotta repay the favor, don't I? Wouldn't feel right otherwise.
Then for their sake, you should take care of yourself, too.
What? Who the hell? No way. Aren't you Saint Rella?
You're joking. You're not joking. Why is she here?
I called for her and she came. You that surprised? I know people in the Crown Theocracy. My work speaks for itself these days.
It's almost time for the Saints' Day festivities in Montario. Having been invited, I was in the area. I heard about your splendid work, Fidelio and Basilio. I hardly recognized the two of you.
You remember us?
Of course. This is a bit of a reversal, though. Back then, it was you helping treat Basilio's wound. I can tell how far you've come since then.
Ugh.
But I've also heard about your own injury. Your right foot, I'm guessing. Have you felt any sudden fevers come on? Let me have a look. Yes, that should do. I can see you had an expert looking after you already. Physically, you're as well as anyone could ask. But... Fidelio, is there something you feel lost or anxious about?
Where's that coming from?
I've talked to lots of people and observed the flow of their magic. By now, I'm certain that Magla is connected to our emotions. When I speak to someone who's feeling strong emotions, I can sense the state of their heart as if seeing it with my own eyes.
Nah, I'm sound. Nothing's getting me down.
I see. Then you should be fine. Just don't take life for granted, or your treatment will have been for nothing. Keep on living, all right? For now, let's see. Run to the beach and back with Basilio. If you can make it without slowing down, then clearly there's nothing wrong with your foot.
Hey, sounds like a laugh. Just like when we were kids. Step lively, Del, or I'll leave you behind.
Hey, what the hell? I said I'm fine. Oh, damn it. Basilio! Hang on!
Thanks, Rella. When you told me about the first time you'd saved someone's life, I didn't realize you were talking about them.
You're in Luis's entourage now. Yet you needed our stories to match in front of the brothers. You're swimming in dangerous waters, aren't you? Not just that, you've got a gauntlet runner that can teleport across the land and an elder captain who wields it through magic. That's a lot to take in.
Well, how do I put this?
I didn't realize it when I met you before, but you're already one of the top candidates. I saw the King's Rock. Are you intending to confront Luis?
I can't say right now.
Well, I guess you don't really have to.
So you're committed to this path, no matter what. I knew this day might come. It's not my place to stop you.
Come now, do you have to be so bleak? I've already spent my fair share of time with Luis, you know.
Don't underestimate Luis. As far as the Crown Theocracy knows, the King's magic will protect the highest candidates from any harm. And they think that guarantees their safety at the festival. But I've done my research. Some attacks the barrier can't stop. I believe the magic only prevents underhanded approaches, like ambush.
So there's a loophole.
It's not widely known, but take a duel, for instance. Both parties identify themselves, fight with consent, and the magic won't protect them, no matter their standing.
But if you just have to identify yourself and agree to fight... Oh, was that why the battle with Gladel?
Suffice it to say, the King's Shield is not perfect, and Luis will surely exploit that. I have a terrible feeling there will be bloodshed before Saint's Day is over. I won't try to stop you, but be careful down the road, all right?
I'll protect Juna. I promise.
But where is this coming from? Honestly.
Then please, look after Juna.
Ugh, you do know I'm not a child anymore.
If I protect you, Juna, will Rella join us? Because that is what I want.
Keep up, Del! Gotta be faster than that!
Spring-heeled bastard, you've got the height advantage. Damn it, you haven't won yet.
I suppose we'll have to leave it there.
We sent Rella back to Grand Trad with teleportation magic, avoiding the gaze of the brothers who were fortunately too winded to notice. Winded, sorry. Don't know why I said winded. But now we read our book again. No way.
Can't deny it this time, though. You lot did fantastic.
And Lady Juna's safe too. I owe you thanks for that, if nothing else. The islanders gave us a map of the east side of the island. Their way of thanking us, I suppose. You're welcome to it, if you don't waste it.
See? Old Del's great at looking after people. He saved loads of them in the evacuations.
Oh, belt up, would you?
I knew they'd recognise the book.
Been meaning to ask. That's a book, yeah?
Didn't take you for a book reader. Lord Luis likes them though. Often got his head buried in one.
By the way, doesn't Lord Luis have this same book? I hear it's been banned.
How should we know? Not like we grew up round books. People barely literate nowadays, frankly.
So, what's it say? Long as we're killing time anyhow, let me see it.
Hey, we're going to share a story with Fidelia and Basilio. I guess they are going to be our companions now. We only share books with homies.
One can become anything they desire. Neither birth nor status decides your occupation.
Huh? Sounds grand, that. You think this place really exists?
Course not, you muppet. It's a fantasy, remember? Anyone is free to become anything. This is a paradise of equality and freedom, devoid of discrimination or prejudice. Pretty words, them. But if everybody's free to do what they want, they'll work out their own reasons to be prejudiced. You can call it a utopia, but I reckon people living in it might romanticize our world too. At the end of the day, dreaming of escape will only ever be a dream. Nothing changes unless you do it with your own hands.
Aye. But if we really could do anything, I quite fancy opening up a little diner with you, Del. You like singing, eh? And I'm dead handy with a cook pan. We could invite Lady Juna over. Host a fancy soiree of our own. Every night, just us and our best mates living it up. You telling me you don't like the sound of that?
Get your head out of the clouds, Baz. We're long past being able to get away with that. Doesn't matter anyway. The dream is just a dream.
Time marches on, and the
Aww,
age of a new king
bless them
draws
though.
nearer.
I like the idea of that. Let them have their diner.
Now then.
Well then, we'll be departed today. Well, what's this I hear about a festival on the island? The islanders all seem to be headed for the coast.
Yes, of course.
The village wants to show their gratitude to us and wish us a safe journey. Fates are the tides. I believe we can still make it by the deadline, even if we leave tomorrow. The festivities include a sacred rite where a dragon god statue is set alight in a ceremonial bonfire. It's said that if you offer prayers to it with someone, your wishes will come true. Oh, isn't that just marvellous? And who will our dear captain pray with tonight, I wonder? Oh, is this the romance thing, who I choose as my romance interest? Ooh. Oh, you know this is a major plot point, because when you get the save notification, it's about to get serious. Yeah, your situation does sound annoying, Bane, but screw them. It's them acting like the shallow people, not you. Okay, festival time. Do we get to see the Oh, we do. Whoa, look at that dragon.
Didn't expect them to throw such a party before our departure. A far cry from our first night here in a cell.
She's on probation. Oh, jeez. Well, I'm sure eventually she might end up being shown the door.
I hear 'tis a festival in the dragon god's name, meant to ensure a safe sea voyage. In place of a lighthouse, their fire is kept burning until the morning.
I say, these locals are barely well informed. They're up to their gills in practical and theoretical magna theory. Not as focused on mechanicals as us mainlanders, but
I agree, Neurus.
barbaric. Their insights could rather improve the runner's design, you know? Ah, speaking of, I finished with the lance replica.
We're finally ready.
Woo! Grand, ain't it? Del's all better. And we've got some choice souvenirs to bring back to Lord Luis.
We're not out of the woods yet. Won't be too quick to celebrate.
Hey, come on, lads, loosen up! It's a party! We've all earned a little fun.
And you? What's a sanctist fat cat like you doing getting all giddy over a pagan festival?
I have to laugh, don't I? You know, I thought the Crier's life had made me pretty knowledgeable about our world, but turns out most of what I knew was lies. Makes me think, maybe this is how my old father felt.
Crier of family trade, eh? Imagine that.
The Crown Theocracy does love their hereditary titles. Yeah, my old man was a serious fella. More than me, that's for sure. He called out corruption where he saw it. Made him a pariah. But there you go. Yeah, I remember he once flat out suggested igniters were more dangerous than the Crown Theocracy was letting on. And there was that riot in the slums, of course, the one started by that Parapus. The church dismissed it as paupers revolting over their conditions. But my old man, well, he said it wasn't a riot at all. Outright accused the Crown Theocracy of turning an innocent Parapus feral through horrific magic experiments.
What?
Who knows what really happened there? Either way, nobody took my father seriously. he was condemned as a liar. And he died young. Just the way it is, I suppose. People will always prefer their own feelings to the truth. Happiness is a luxury hard to come by otherwise. Hard to care about the world after that. I was a poor excuse for a crier, if you ask me. Yet, here I am. It's beyond weird. Somehow, you lot have managed to make the world seem interesting again. I'm genuinely grateful, you know? Makes a man feel as if he owes you.
You owe us nothing. Can't afford any rumors about you being biased in our favor, anyway.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Honestly, though, you need anything, you've got me on your side. I'll do what I can. For now, I'll catch a boat ride to Altabri ahead of you. Once this festival's over, it'll be farewell for the moment. So, let's make this a bash to remember.
Now, time for some fun! Bring out the treats!
And those are?
The fruit is called dragon's tears. They're quite precious. Their tree only bears once every few years.
Ah, 'tis delicious. Beyond delicious.
Wonderful. This again. Hulkenberg's tastes are a dubious metric at best.
Please, it's the rarest of harvests, and we would like to share it with you.
Ooh, I want to try this fruit. The juice bursts forth as soon as I put it in my mouth. Can I just say, Hulkenberg's eating face is so adorable.
Sounds. I feel quite.
Is she drunk?
Right?
What's going on?
What's going on? There's something odd about the way those two are laughing. But he's crying. What is this fruit?
You see, in old times, old long times ago people ate this to reach a higher plane of existence and talk to the gods.
Are these drugs?
Ha! Yes, you certainly appear to have reached some higher state. Glad I passed.
Not me too.
Finally back to normal. Well, that sure felt like a festival. Not that I'm complaining. Oh, and did you hear? The people of this island make a wish over that flame. It's said that if you write your wish on a piece of paper, it'll bring you good luck. We don't often get to relax like this. So why don't you go there with someone?
We have plenty of time. This is a rare opportunity. Who should I invite?
Have you decided on someone?
Oh, you know who I actually want to bring, but I don't think I have an option to bring that person. So let's take Gallica. But the drug fruit. Yeah, that's not a devil fruit. That's a drug fruit. Imagine if Livy ate those in one piece. He'd be high as a kite.
It's so pretty.
Now the fire reflects off the ocean. Not even God could refuse granting a wish made in a scene like this. Hey, what do you think God is? Sanctism and this village's religion both have a God, right? And they all believe God protects them and makes them happy. But is it actually possible for everyone in the world to be happy? If someone's not happy, what is their God doing? I don't know. The world is just full of mysteries we'll never know the answer to, huh? I just want there to be less unhappiness in the world, though I suppose it's pretty hard to quantify, really. Anyways, back to reality. Shall we go make our wishes? Nothing to lose from trying, right? If you're wondering why I chose Gallica, she was with us at the start, so we gotta take her to the end. There we go. And if you don't grant my wish, you'll regret it, you hear? I think adding that gives it a better chance. It's totally coming true now. Yeah, right? Don't mess with me if my wishes don't come true. I wish for all the world's anxiety to be replaced with hope. Why not dream big, right? And we don't know what lies ahead, then we are the most anxious, right? And that's pretty much true of most of our lives.
You see,
All the more reason to enjoy life for what it is and hope for the best. You gotta expect to be anxious about stuff. That's a good way to look at it.
besides,
I'm just saying, if we could wake up the prince, I think that would give people hope. And considering how far you've come, I think you're going to see it through. Have you really thought about that? How far you've come? I mean, you've grown so much since you pushed off a cliff in the desert. Well, you got pushed off, sorry. I should know. I've been there the whole time. So what did you wish for, Methodkirito? To get closer to you? That sounds crazy. I'm not gonna lie, Brig's my girl. I feel like it's evil to say that to you, Gallica. For our journey's success, because Brig's my girl. I'm sad I couldn't bring Brig here. I'm sure that when you make a wish, God listens. Hey, that's sweet of you to say, Gallica. Ooh, I had a great time at this festival. Thanks for that. I'd like to give you something. Not as thanks or anything. I found it on the beach the other day. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Take care of it, will you? Thank you. Gallica. It's a weapon. A weapon, okay? Get it back to the runner. Was a nightmare, so you better equip it. Ooh, Gallica gave me a gift. Whalebone rod. Whoa. Sick mage weapon. Hey Pain, also devil fruits, really? Well, they were more like the drunk fruit, if anything. Another brother moment.
You hear all that? What that cry was talking about?
Ooh, we're gonna hear some lore. Maybe to do with Basilio and Del.
Yeah. Sounded proper familiar to me.
It's easy to blame the Sanctus Church for the whole thing. But maybe not all of them were happy about it. Makes you think. I remember St. Rella looked like her heart was breaking, seeing us at death's door. Maybe she knew what was going on. Del, what do we believe in, really? Are we absolutely positive that, you know, Count Luis's vision and ours have enough in common?
I thought we were done talking about this. He's the reason we got this far. A couple of Parapus orphans. Nobody else wants us. Nobody cares about us. We'd be nothing without Count Luis.
I know, Del, but he makes all them speeches about equality, but in the end, he's gonna leave the weak to die. I heard him talk about his ideal world, and it sounds like a world where we'd have died alone in the dirt. No Saint Rella to save us. Is that what we're fighting for?
Too late for that kind of talk, brother. Blood on our hands either way.
Hey! What are you two doing on your own? Come join the party! You'll miss the whole festival.
Lady Juna.
What's that look about? I know you're absolutely smitten with me, love, but you needn't be so tense about it.
Do you plan to kill Count Luis?
What are you talking about? He can't be killed anyway.
Lady Juna, I don't think your heart is with Count Luis anymore. Or maybe it never was. There's a side of you that you only show them. But us, starting to think we've never seen the real you.
Are you really so worried for Count Luis? He's the one who measures worth in power. So what would he think to hear you underestimating him?
So you don't actually work for Forden or nothing then? No ulterior motives?
I've been with Count Luis since before the race even started, haven't I? Ever since he was stripped of command.
Hey, Del.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. That's my fault. But trust me on this. I promise I'll make sure this world's got more to give you two than despair.
I saw it with my own eyes. That lance gets past the king's magic. That means it can kill a candidate. They were testing it among themselves, and Lady Juna was right there with them.
You serious? How are we supposed to report that to Count Luis?
Don't worry, it's my own problem. I told you to leave the thinking to me.
You know, I really like Lady Juna's songs, and I like seeing you listening to her when you get the chance. You've got arm around your heart, Del, and her music pierces it.
Oh my days, I literally said, why are you playing about with the spear in the gauntlet runner? I swear I said that. I said, you have to keep an eye on these bros, because these bros are swift like ninjas. Like, jeez. How did Heismay not detect him? He got good ears. They were too distracted.
I don't want to kill Lady Juna. And you don't either, Del. Do you?
Can we just tell him the truth? I think we got to that point now where we should just tell him the truth, honestly. Tonight's our last night on the island.
So?
Tomorrow's the big day, so let's make sure we are plenty rested. Okay, let me go sleep.
Yes.
I cannot have my stomach grumbling while I field. I should buy myself a small ration of Suffolk before we depart. The trouble is finding a food that will not spoil. How about more of those drunken fruits? Ufa. Well, Methodkirito, since we'll be journeying together for some time, I want to thank you for having me. I'm sad to leave my brother and miss him dearly, but I know in my heart this will be a grand adventure. Aww. Yeah, I would talk to the rest, but I feel like the dialogue is great, but I want you to play the game and experience it yourself, each character's interaction. Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king.
Are you serious? We made it to the next day without a fight? That's very weird. I was expected to have a fight with Basilio and Fidelia. Winner takes all. I must say, I'm sad to leave the island, if for no other reason than every meal here has been an utter delight. I'm almost certain you said the same thing when we left Browhaven and Matera. A new world of cuisine is but a few days away, if you'll just be patient. Mind your tongue, Stroll. A few days is twice as many meals. Wow, you're really taking this hard. Well, when you said your goodbyes to the people and the food, meet at the Gauntlet Runner. I love Stroll and Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg's just so funny. She's like, food! Which is my energy. Do I need to buy anything before heading out? When you're ready, everyone will be waiting for you at the Gauntlet Runner. Okay, let's have a quick look to see if there's any supplies worth grabbing before we leave. Because potion-wise, we should be set. So let's just check everything now and then. Hero's Leaf of Light Seed. Ooh, I'll buy some of them. I want another one, please. Yes. Buy another one. It's a shame you can't just buy like 10 at once, because I would have done that. Okay, what are you selling, my G? Giant worm meat. We got Talisman of the Fowl. Ooh, that could come in handy. We should... Whoa, these cost a lot. The Divine. Let's try the Divine.
Hey, mister.
Hey, mister. Shrewd Shopkeep. You must be that candidate, yeah? I heard all about you from the chief. He wants me to sell you my goods. To be clear, I have no intention of treating you poorly because of who you are. However, what I sell here are the island's premium exports. To someone who cannot understand their value, no doubt it all seems like junk. So let me ask you, do you have any idea what you're looking at here? Weapons? I can see you're making a blind guess. Oh, I need my wisdom up. Oh, I should have took those extra classes in wisdom. I failed everyone. Okay, let's buy some water.
Yes.
Okay, now let's just head to the boat. In style, obviously. Gonna ride down on this. And hopefully there will be a big clash on the sea. I want to fight Fidelia and Basilio one last time. Because I feel like that will be it. They're gonna fight us to determine our cause. Gauntlet runner time. All aboard.
Looks like the sea's settled somewhat. We've got a map of the Altaberry region too. I'd say we're set.
Now we can leave with our minds clear and pockets full, eh? But where are those brothers? Out on errands?
I say we just leave them behind.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Well, long as we've got a minute alone, let's go over our plan. As soon as we get to Altaberry, we give Luis the fake lance Nuris made up for us.
While I hold on to the real one.
Then, on the eve of this divine relic dedication ceremony, we use the real lance to end this, once and for all. He doesn't know we've worked out its powers. We'll use that to our advantage. Juna, we'll need you to convince Luis to attend the eve of the festival.
Oh, I've been pestering him to do so for a while now. Don't want him spending the evening in his heavily fortified Skyrunner after all.
So where is the false lance in question?
Right here, ready to poke an eye out. Oh, what do you think? A dead ringer, eh?
Such detail. Even I can't tell them apart.
When we get to Altaberry, we'll pass off the fake to Luis. Then, we execute our plan.
Oh, by the way, I was talking with the Magnus brothers earlier. Think they might be onto us.
That's not good. We'll need to be more careful.
Wait, footsteps. Speak of the devils. We'll need to hide the real lance.
You're late. We were about to leave you behind.
Right, all present and counted? Anchors away, what?
Aye aye, me hearties! What's wrong then? Is that not the customary exclamation of sailors? Mr. Buckland was very specific.
Oh, Ufa, you are precious. Aye aye, me hearties. Can we just hear it one more time?
Aye aye, me hearties!
Yes, Ufa.
I wouldn't believe everything he says.
'Tis a strange melancholy, leaving the people we have so recently come to know.
We'll be back. With some fantastic tales to tell them too.
Yes, certainly.
Ufa is adorable. For real. Also, Fidelio's got something on his mind. Can we survive 3 days at sea with them? I'm a bit worried.
This is Altaberry Heights. We'll make faster progress back on land.
Okay, let's go. Think we'll make it in time? We should. Without a problem, this fine wind will have us making landfall by tomorrow. So the whole trip should be 2 nights with 3 days of travel. Sorry about that. So I only have to endure 1 day of being rock sick. Now there's a grim face if I ever saw one. Captain, for Stroll's sake, let us make haste. Full speed to Altaberry Heights, capital of Montario. Take care, you don't tumble overboard now. Let's go. A lot is happening now.
In tow, the Gauntlet Runner at last departs the island toward the eastern side of the inland sea. Their destination is the Principality of Montario. Its vast mountain crags, so different from the western terrain, can be seen clearly from the water. Their forthcoming task would be their greatest trial yet. They felt the tension rise in wordless silence.
I like how they say that, but I'm like, I ain't scared. I know the plan. Slap up Lord Luis. Easy.
Indeed.
2 more days till we reach Altaberry, I think. Well, at least on this journey, we don't have to worry about that sea monster anymore. Oh yeah, that is very true. Oh, I don't really have much I could do at the moment, so let's get our wisdom up. Yes, let's play some more games with Hulkenberg. Let's go. Rematch, part 3. We're gonna win this time.
That's your game.
Oh, I believe I see your intentions now, so in turn I will. Hulkenberg used 2 pieces to flank me. My pieces were surrounded. You sought to pursue the enemy in front of you and allowed yourself to be flanked by their allies as a result.
What should we do?
You are encircled by my pieces to both your left and right. While flanked, your chances for victory grow ever fainter. What is your next move? Ooh. We'll charge a single point.
Alright.
I'll gather my pieces and concentrate their charge for a single point. Shrewd. You've deduced that my forces had to be spread thin to surround you. By finding the weakest point in the enemy's line, you may overcome any disadvantage in positioning. I pointed out an effective move. I feel like my wisdom has been polished.
Alright.
We should hit rank 4 now. Also, sorry to hear that about your router, Drew, but hopefully you get it sorted.
So,
you are now fully aware of the importance of maintaining proper formations in battle, correct? Now then, make your next move. Hockenberg and I dueled on board for a while. But hopefully the route will sort itself out.
The runner arrives at Cliffshade Camp, just as the curtain of night descends on the wilderness. Ideal for their cover, it works both ways, as monsters and rogues alike await their victims in the shadows of the rocks. Only a gauntlet runner offers peace of mind against such dangers, a large reason why they are so sought after.
Okay, can we spend time with anyone at night, or will we be able to go to the bath? Oh, you see Ufa. She's meditating.
Indeed.
We should reach the city the day after tomorrow. Oh, Gallica, bless you. I can feel the temperature dropping since we made landfall. I bet it'll be pretty cold in Outerbury. Ooh. Cold day does not sound very good. Also, they all have an imagination up. Do I have to get my imagination up now? I feel like the game's saying get your imagination up. Let's talk to Baz. The Starry Festival on the island weren't too bad, eh? Reminds me a bit of the bashes we used to have with the other Parapus lads. Lady Juna's smiled, oh, that was the biggest surprise. Never seen her so, but never mind, forget I said anything. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I feel like the game's trying to hint me to focus on imagination, because everyone's got imagination right now, you see that?
Ah, it's you.
Hello there. I got altogether too much time on my hands. What say we take a little rest and talk a moment? No trace of enemies around. By my eyes, peaceful for now. Which means we get to have a little break. I recorded in the past and planning for the future with Heisme. Maybe I could hone my imagination. Should I spend time talking with Heisme? Yes. I should actually have the endurance bath, but this could be good too. Our time on Verga Island has left me with quite a bit to contemplate. The place was its own private world, isolated from outside conflict, even if it is small. Living peacefully in a place such as that seems like it would be the ideal life, no? Yeah, it is a nice island. But it's not the world we should have. We can't isolate as well. We have to open up.
Yes.
Ah, so you agree. Certainly they have problems of their own. But compared to those of the outside world, it is a most ideal existence indeed. The island gave me a sense of peace that was previously foreign to me, yet even amongst the islanders, there were those who yearned for growth and resented the place. Growth is a change born from discord within external forces. At the end of that growth, differences are created that spark yet more strife.
If so,
I wondered which direction would be best for this country. Peace at the cost of stagnation, or progress mired in constant discord. I could feel my imagination grew.
Alright.
Thank you for that discussion, Heisme. You have opened my eyes to a new world. Retiring so soon? Your sour expression does not deter me. Sleep can wait, for this old man's ramblings demand an attentive pair of ears. Aww. I love spending time with Heisme.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
When you think about it, he treats us like an adult, because we both drinking together, even though he will probably drink alcohol and we won't, because we're too young. Like, it's just so sweet.
It would seem that.
We now stand among the mountains. I have long gazed at the peaks of Montaro from the island, but I never imagined I would see them this close. Atterbury remains cold year-round, so quite accordingly, its people have perfected the art of the piping hot stew. And it's home to the foremost opera house in the kingdom, as well. I suppose that will be the stage of our confrontation with Louise.
Guess.
Let's keep our hopes high. Can you stop saying it out loud? The brothers are on the ship. Why do people not listen?
So?
Let's make sure all our preparations are complete by tomorrow night. Okay. What else can I do? Spend time with anyone? Nope. Gallica's gonna level up soon. So's more. Brig's probably waiting for me. More meditation could be nice. Could you join me for a bit of meditation? Yes. Oh, wait. We might have a new book. I just thought about that. Because we're on the move, we might have a new book. There's more books now. How to walk outside the island. This appears to be a Mistari authored travelogue and guide of lands outside the island. It's been thoroughly annotated by Ufa. I have yet to start reading it. Mistari's guide to life outside the island. It must be tough for them. If I read this book, I may gain more tolerance. Shall we spend some time reading this? The travelogue offers an introduction to cultures and customs outside Virga Island, told through the Mistari author's first-hand experience. It contains practical guides for things like creating an altar while travelling, or making eye contact with unmasked people. These encapsulate some of the difficulties Mistari people face living outside the island. Ufa must have read and reread this thoroughly. The book is nearly in tatters. Living in a totally foreign culture sounds so difficult, and yet this author and Ufa are jumping right into it. Seeing their willingness to embrace other cultures and for values increase my tolerance.
Alright.
Whoa, did you see how much we just got for that? Whoa, that's like 6 stat points. I've never seen stats go up that fast. Whoa.
Look at this.
Ahoy, you lot aren't going to believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes.
The Gauntlet Runner makes a short stop in front of Colorodeo Cliff, a bluff so tremendous it fills one's vision. Its massive fissure is said to be the vestige of a god's wrath, as only a force capable of splitting heaven and earth could cause it. Perfectly balanced by the work of nature, or the wrath of gods extolled in the myths of creation, none can say.
Whoa, Colorodeo Cliff. That looks so beautiful.
Whoa.
Absolutely incredible. I've heard of sheer cliffs before, but I never imagined something like this. Indeed, falling off the precipice would be unfathomably terrifying and exhilarating, I imagine. Makes me want to jump. I'd like to try jumping off of it. Damn, boar-faced sanctus scullions! Gosh, oi, what's gotten into you? My, that was rather pleasing. It's quite refreshing, you know, to pull your voice from the very bottom of your gut and yell in such a manner.
Speaking of...
I am reminded of the time you were all yelling before me. It was a rather terrible experience, I admit. If I may, I would like to try my hand at this yelling.
Listen!
Never again shall I sleep in a roach-infested inn. I feel you.
Yes.
I'm with you there. Hee, how amusing. I'd like to try screaming as well. What's the matter? I really intended to do it, but the words just won't come out at all, and Oh, this girl is too charming. Never change, love. Well, does anybody else have something to yell about? I sense that gazing off the cliff's edge and being filled with an unexplainable urge to scream has somehow broadened my wisdom.
Now then.
Come on, level 4 now. Erudite, wisdom.
Wisdom.
'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, fill thyself with the knowledge to discern truth from falsehood.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. Wisdom level 4. Oh, then I suppose it's old Nuris's turn. I prepared a list of complaints that I wished I could recite to you all on a daily basis and... rather chilly out here, isn't it? We should head back before we all catch a cold. Nice save, Juna. yes, we shouldn't allow ourselves to spend too much time on these distractions.
Bombs away!
But I must scream! As always, I've drawn this place here. We got a Rodeo cliff drawing. I'll keep Nuris's picture as a souvenir of our journey. Yay!
The Gauntlet Runner stops amidst rocky terrain as twilight envelops the wilderness in darkness. The twinkling lights are not all stars. Some are the eyes of monsters, peering through the dark. To await the dawn in comfort and peace is a privilege only the Gauntlet Runner can provide.
I think we got one more camp and then we are at Alterberry. So it could get crazy, it could be calmer. I think it'll be alright. We're at the Stony camp. Yo, 420 man. We should arrive in the town by tomorrow. We've only got a limited amount of time left to enjoy these quiet moments. Once we get to Alterberry, well, you know what's going to happen. Yeah, and there's a lot of imagination around here. Okay, let me just look at my stuff, because I know we got imagination, but I need to see what skills I got to get up. Royal Virtue, Imagination's 4. That's decent. Let's get Tolerance up. It is very interesting. It's like the game's trying to tell me to focus on imagination. Well, I think we'll be alright. I'm gonna hope that 4 is enough. I mean, I could get it up a bit more, but I want to read more of how to walk outside the island. Yay! I want to read more of Juna's, I mean not Juna's, Uther's book. Sorry, Uther. Okay, what's the new custom? The section on Grand Trad contains a list of recommended shops to visit. The words "must go" are written in small letters next to some, presumably by Uther. However, the author does advise against praying at restaurants in Grand Trad. Doing so will greatly increase the chances of being kicked out, apparently. Living in a totally foreign culture sounds so difficult, and yet this author and Uther are jumping right into it. Seeing their willingness to embrace other cultures and values increase my tolerance.
Now then.
Let's go! Level 4 tolerance now.
Tolerance.
It's one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If thou aspire to true sovereignty, take up the mantle of benevolence, which shall spur thee to aid thy people.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling, with which a follower's passions may be inflamed. There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Tis nearly time.
'Tis only a ways further until we reach Alterberry. The city is likely abuzz with activity related to Saint's Day. I wonder if Luis is already there. Sooner or later, we have to hand the Dracodios over to him. One must wonder what the brothers will tell him of our time on the island. I hope they will leave out any unnecessary details.
Got it?
We just have to stand tall and be confident. If you have to sell a lie, look them straight in the eye and say every word like you truly believe it. So, sell a lie. Okay. I don't like Pokemon. Oh, I can't say it. It hurt my soul saying that. Never sell the lie. Tonight, we deliver the lance to Luis. This will be the last time we'll be able to relax for a while. Once we arrive, we'll be jumping right into it. I can't blame you for feeling nervous after all. We know what's coming. Ooh, very scary. But even more reason why we must get our other stats up. Let's get that imagination up. More meditation. Meditation with Uther. Because I'm scared. My legs are numb after sitting in the same position for so long. Methodkirito, try to clear your mind.
May I?
Meditation is about freeing yourself from your cage of a body and conversing with your soul. If you listen to the voice of your heart, everything here in the world would cease to bother you. I should attempt to do what she says. Listen to the voice of my heart, but how? Don't focus on my numbness. Bear with it. I'll just try being patient. Did it not work? It almost seems like there is excess energy in your body. You cannot communicate with your soul in such a state. I couldn't rid myself of my idle thoughts, so I think the meditation increased my imagination only slightly.
Alright.
Only slightly? Only slightly? Did you see how much? I got 5 for that. It seems you relaxed a little, so let's keep this up a little longer, shall we? I continued to meditate with Uther for a while.
Nura speaking.
I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop. Oh, a new
Before
location.
Altabury's mountains, the Gauntlet Runner sets upon the murky graveyard. The colossal bridges overhead are an impressive sight. During the Annex War, this land was a fierce battleground. Many soldiers, unable to return to their loved ones, found their final rest here. But few honor the dead. Their spirits take no solace. Their tragic remains are desecrated by wild dogs, leaving their bones exposed to the elements.
Oh, damn. Whoa, this place looks crazy. You see the skulls at the bottom of the screen?
Look at it.
Whoa, these bridges are huge. It's an area defined by numerous valleys. The bridges connect the flatlands and increase the amount of places in which people may live. Ah, that makes sense. But if these bridges were to fall in battle, those people would end up isolated.
Hey.
Yes, all very fascinating. Have you looked at what's directly in front of you? Those are the bones of people, aren't they? They are the remains of those who fell during the Annex War. This was the site of a fierce battle, and the dead were left to the elements, denied the dignity of a proper burial. This land is cursed. Speaking in such superstitious terms avails us not. Real people fought and died here. It brings me no pleasure to see it, yet 'tis valuable to experience the cold reality of battle beyond the legends and tales of valor. Carve this memory into your hearts. That is why the magla that drifts about this place carries such an oppressive weight. I can feel the sadness and the regret of those whose lives came to an end here. I feel as though my wisdom has deepened after considering those who found their eternal rest here.
Alright.
What's up, Nuris?
Hey.
Something wrong, Nuris? Your face has gone blue. There's a shadow behind you. Behind you, Nuris, I just saw... Ugh, do refrain from doing that again. Things of this manner are not my forte. Why, Nuris, I'm surprised you'd put any stock in scary stories. You're a more gentle soul than I gave you credit for. Too true, too true. Before all else, I'm a delicate flower. Oh my days, Nuris. Well then, shall we make a quiet departure, so as not to roost the dead?
That's my fault.
I'm sorry to have made such a fuss. I would like to give those who died a proper send-off, and drew this with that in mind. Murky graveyard drawing. I'll take this with me so I don't forget the people whose lives came to an end here. That is very sweet.
Altabury Heights, capital of the Principality of Montario, the eastmost country annexed into the Kingdom of Uchronia. The mountain path leading to the city begins near the coastline, but few gauntlet runners can contend against its steep slope. Those who complete the arduous climb are rewarded. City lights, dusted with snow, twinkle beautifully in the valley. But what awaits the party there is no reward, but their greatest trial thus far. The hour of reckoning draws near, and they steel themselves anew.
Oh, it's almost time. This could be scary, or it could be okay.
The seat of sanctism, Altabury. Truly, I never thought I would see it in person. What is that giant structure?
The monolith. In Sanctus Scripture, they tell of how the stone was shaped by God's own hand.
It's afloat. I'd only heard rumors that it didn't touch the ground, but to see it now.
Make an anime for this, please.
Are we finally moving again?
Just another trip for our songstress.
We're here at last.
I think I read up recently they revealed the name of the protagonist for this game. So the protagonist actually has a name. I just can't remember what it was they said. We decided to present Luis with the Dracodius, Lance of the Dragon God, aboard his Gauntlet Runner, the Caradius. Let's hope he doesn't find out the lances are fake. Oh no.
Well done. So this is the Lance of Legend, is it?
Oh no.
I am called Euphrasia, priestess of the island. For personal reasons, I have joined them on their journey.
You do not detest me?
I owe my life to them, and I understand they operate under your guidance.
Indeed. I had heard you were able to obtain the lance without incurring the islanders' hatred. Quite a feat, now that I know it to be true. Well done. At last, it seems that even fate has abandoned Forden. Thanks to you, I was spared the effort of sifting through ashes to find this. If the islanders could not be persuaded, my next course would have been to raze their village to the ground. The Caradrius' batteries would make that a fairly simple task.
What?
Why are you surprised? At times, sacrifice is necessary to save the many. Was that not the exact reasoning by which your countrymen would have seen you die?
You're...
Have the lance brought to my chamber later. Thank you for your hard work in spite of your wound. Take care of yourselves. Now we need only to wait until tomorrow for the Saints' Day Festival.
The whole event will be held over 2 days at the Opera House.
The first day is the eve of the festival, and I'm scheduled to sing. Hope you're looking forward to it.
Main festivities start on the second day. That's when all these divine relics will be dedicated and sealed. It's aimed at proving beyond a doubt that Sanctism is the highest authority.
All kind of daft though, isn't it? If they were that confident in their scriptures, you'd think they wouldn't have to bother with all that.
This is where Forden dies. He and Sanctism itself. At the very least, it's worth giving him a memorable end.
Lord Louise, I do hope you'll come and watch me sing this time. We missed you at the opening ceremony. If you're not there, it'll hardly be worth it.
You needn't worry. Having come all this way, it would be a waste not to show.
Well, I'm off to check out the Opera House. Want to make sure everything's shipshape for my solo, of course. The rest is up to you.
You have all performed admirably. You exceeded my every expectation. Soon, Forden's reign will come crashing down. From this point onward, I would have you forfeit the competition and dedicate yourself fully to my campaign.
Understood.
For now, rest your wings a while. Tomorrow's festivities will be a grand show indeed.
It seems the lance passed muster. Eurus is a peerless craftsman, if not else.
Yufa, are you okay?
He would have destroyed my home. How could he suggest such carnage with not a shade of guilt? I was sure that deep down, all people are inherently good at heart. Now, you made it sound like you were bound to kill him at any cost. And now I understand why.
I see. Then let's get back on track and go find ourselves an inn. You've got more supporters now. I dare say we'll find better lodging than we could before.
I wouldn't be so sure. This city's in the palm of Forden's hand, and we're the ones who humiliated him during the exhibition.
All the same, we're about to do something big. To be honest, I'll take anywhere, so long as I can stretch out.
Let's just stay in the Gauntlet Runner.
As a last resort, maybe, but it might do us some good to see the city itself. Do a bit of scouting for our plans. Let's call the runner our fallback plan.
Then why don't we look for an inn run by a Mustari?
I thought this city was the seat of the church.
In times before the church, it said many diverse faiths and teachings took root in this city. That's why Montario is the only mainland nation that trades with the islands.
Indeed. My grandfather often said that until his generation, The only prominent building of the Sanctus Church was that opera house. Though the prevailing story now, of course, is that Sanctism reclaimed this land from malevolent pagans.
Either way, I'm certain there should be quite a few Mustari who feign conversion and live in seclusion.
If one of these Mustarians really exists, it may work in our favor. Let's look for it.
Ooh, time to find it in. I think I'll be trying to save and finish up before we find it. If there is a Mustari owned inn we seek, then I know of one in the centre of town. 'Tis called Skyward Tavern. I recall it being rather pleasant, with very little that would point it to its Mustari roots.
Certainly.
It was on Dia Franco Street, if I'm not mistaken. So, at least Hulkenberg is in her element. Can we get there before we freeze, though? You made some ramen for noms. Ooh, enjoy your ramen. That sounds delish.
Hey, listen.
Oh yeah, we should check the stone. Oh no, this is a mag broker. Oh, my popularity rank is 8 now. Thou art now one who walks a path none have walked before. To become true king of this land, thou must wield an impartial gaze. Fixate not on one road, but interact with the multitude of the hero's souls. The tournament's down to just a few strong candidates, but remember, Luis is our ultimate goal. Interesting. I like this new place though, I can't lie.
Food's the only game in town.
You're not serious.
You haven't had noodles in ages. Remember they used to eat the noodles 24/7 in school, didn't? Yeah, it was way noodles, the noodles they used to eat. Like, I forgot all about that. The Nepalese, like, yeah, the way noodles. So nice. Because I actually used to have them. And it comes with the spice pack and you can crunch it up. Oh, so good. But, cool, it burns your mouth after a while. Kozura, you have business with the King's Rock? We came to see the King's Rock. We'd like to see the rock. Just a quick peek and we'll be off. Only to look, yes? Yeah, I want to see if my face is on it now. So there's a coronation rock in this city too. Wonder how the rankings are doing. Top 2 candidates, Forden and Luis, are absolutely dominating. Woodall's face is small, but I think he's in third. So much for a fair fight. Giddux's ranking has dropped a bit. On the other hand, Rella seems to be gradually gaining more support. You're nowhere near the top of this thing, but I feel like your face is a little bigger than before, maybe? Keep at it, and who knows, maybe your face gets chiseled next to these titans, I hope anyway. Ooh, that's how much mag we got, because I haven't been here in a while. At least we know where we stand. Shall we get back to it? I think this is a good place to stop.